We have a lot of homes that are down. We have entrapment.
Multiple communities facing extensive damage and cleanup after several tornadoes ripped through Ohio. This is video that comes from a viewer in Delaware, and you can see the intense hail that fell there. We are also going to show you what it looked like right outside of the 10 TV studios as that storm was pounding right in the downtown area. As you can see, there's some hail and the precipitation there just on overload. We thank you for joining us. It's just a little bit after 5 o'clock this morning. Thank you for joining us here on Wake Up CBUS. I'm Tracy Townsend. We do have team coverage of all of this from overnight into the morning. Clay Gordon is out there in Lakeview. He is joined by 10 TV News reporter Kiara Lake, who is also in another area that has been hard hit by the storms, the tornadoes overnight. And we'll be looking at the aftermath. We'll be talking with people who live there as they try to look at that damage and see what's next for them. Doppler 10 meteorologist Jessica Van Meter is here with a look at the storm system and some of the particulars on what is what. She'll have more on that. We want to check in first, though, with Amy Steigerwald, because really we're talking about the roadways and some trees down, just roads closed because of all of this mess.
Yes,
Amy.
major sections of roadways are shut down right now across central Ohio. First, we want to flag for you up near the Sunbury area, State Route 3 from South Galena Road to Dustin Road, completely shut down in both directions right now as crews work to clear up debris from the roadway. So your detour on this, use 36 to 71, whether you're going north or south this morning, because again, both directions are shut down. Also another big one not far away, also in Delaware County, 315, starting at that 315-23 split to Hyatt's Road, shut down also in both directions still as crews work to clear this up. We know this is going to impact a lot of you for just joining us here at 503. Your detour, use 42 to Sawmill Parkway to Home Road, or the reverse again because it is shut down in both directions. Lots of road closures out where you saw Kiara and Clay as well that we'll break down in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to send things back to you.
All right, Amy, thank you so much. Indian Lake is the area we are really focusing on this morning. They have significant damage after last night's severe weather. 10 TV's Clay Gordon is joining us live there, having arrived a short time ago. Clay, bring us up to speed on what you've seen.
We're seeing a lot of devastation and a lot of damage today, Tracy. This is only a part of it. This is North Oak Street, so we're just west of Indian Lake, the actual lake here. And some of these homes, this neighborhood behind us actually butts up right to the shoreline here too. And you can see some of the damage. We believe this was a home here at some point, but we're not really sure. And you can see power lines are down everywhere, and the power poles are blocking roads. And that is why a lot of roads, including US 33 in this area, is shut down right now. And this devastation continues, Tracy, throughout the neighborhood. So take a look. We were able to drive through that just a little bit ago to see just how bad it is. And this is just one street in this one community. We're seeing this frequently every street, and we're seeing first responders checking streets home by home to see if anyone needs any assistance right now too. So we are right here in the middle of it, where you can see the homes without any faces on it, and power is out in this area. It is very dark. The weather is turning. It's going to be devastation when the sun comes up here eventually. Let's check in with 10 TV's Kiara Lake, who's got more from another point of this town.
Yeah, Clay, we're seeing that same devastation here in Russell's Point. We're right off of Orchard Island Road, and as you can see behind me, plenty of devastation. There's actually, it looks like a flipped over pontoon boat that's right next to a mobile home. Now, this is a mobile home community in this area that has been severely damaged. There's no way we would be able to show you all the damage that this community hit just within our morning show, so we will be here throughout the morning. Now, plenty of devastation. As we were driving through the area, there were multiple roadblocks. There looks like it's all hands on deck when it comes to the emergency and rescue crews here to just see the damage and also if there are any victims out here. Now, we did talk to the Logan County Sheriff, Randall Dodds, and he says he's aware of residents with superficial injuries or broken bones. And Dodds said unofficially he was told they have at least 3 people who died. Now, Dodds also urges encourages anyone who is not a first responder to leave the area so officials can provide help to those who are out here. Again, they are currently surveying the damage in the area. There's downed power lines. Homes have been completely destroyed. A lot of devastation in this community. So if you are not a first responder, if you do not have to be in this area, I would definitely avoid it for this morning until the afternoon so that the emergency crews, they can get to where they need to be as quickly as possible. Reporting live here in Russell's Point. Tracy, back to you.
All right, they certainly have their work cut out for them. Kiara, thank you. And as people who live there continue to assess the damage to their homes and the communities throughout the morning, you just saw that video. Local hospitals are getting ready for an influx of people who were injured in last night's storm. 10 TV News reporter Carla Rogner reports now from Bellefontaine, where one hospital's spokespeople are saying that they are already treating dozens of people.
Despite the chaos of the storm, it is calm outside Mary Rutan Hospital. We have seen several ambulances arriving here tonight. This hospital in Bellefontaine is where they are treating many of the people impacted by tonight's storms, and they are expecting more people to arrive as the day continues. Community Health and Wellness Partners has brought in staff and a mobile unit as an extra resource. They are on standby to help more patients as they arrive. Hospital officials say patients brought here have had varying degrees of injuries, but most of the weather-related injuries they are seeing include fractures and bruises. There have been social media posts asking for more help coming to the hospital, but they tell me they are fully staffed. Hospital leaders say there is still space here, but again, they are expecting more patients as the day continues. Hospital officials say they are prepared for whatever the next day brings. Reporting in Bellefontaine, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.
All right, we appreciate that update, Carla. We are waiting to hear back from officials on the latest number of injuries and deaths. As you can imagine, it's a very fluid situation as people are waking up and going to get shelter and really assessing what's happened to their homes and, unfortunately, in some cases, to their persons. Now, the cleanup is underway after these tornadoes hit central Ohio overnight, including this area, Indian Lake. This is a look for you inside the high school there. As you can see, they are using that now as a temporary shelter, this particular gym, for people who are impacted by the storms. It looks like they have all of their first aid and emergency equipment set up for people who would show up there and need help. Indian Lake schools have already canceled classes for today. Here is the superintendent.
One thing about the Indian Lake community, we've had these sorts of things, not necessarily a tornado, but we've definitely had tragedy hit before. And the one thing about this community is we always pull together, and no difference in this situation.
All right, we do want to also look at the power outages as a result of the storm, and we see that they're slowly coming down from AEP Ohio. They're still over 12,000, but a short time ago it was 12,987, so it looks like the numbers are coming down there. And First Energy revealing just a few more, going from 45 to 48. We'll continue to watch this as the morning progresses. We do want to go back to looking at the roads because many of you are thinking about getting up for work and school after last night's storms. Amy Steigerwald with an update.
Yeah, if you're in Delaware County, it's going to be a tricky commute for you this morning, or if you're heading to Delaware County, particularly the Sunbury area this morning, State Route 3 from South Galena Road to Dustin Road is shut down in both directions, so you will not be able to get in or out. Maybe if you're coming from Westerville and heading up there this morning, you can use 71 to 36 east or westbound. Again, or north or southbound on 71 because it is shut down in both directions. Also, a bigger one in Delaware County as well. 315 from 23 to Hyatt's Road is shut down this morning. Both directions as well. Your detour, again, north or southbound, use 42 to Sawmill Parkway to Home Road. No exact timeline on when this is going to reopen, but ODOT is working to try and clear this out. We have multiple, they tell me they have multiple crews out on the roads doing what they can to clear off the debris. However, it's still dark outside and will be dark past 7 o'clock this morning, so there might be hazards that they miss out there. They're really encouraging drivers to slow down, be aware, and do not create additional problems for those emergency crews.
Pay attention, plan ahead, pack your patience, especially if you're traveling in one of the areas that's been impacted by these storms. Just be patient and be respectful of the people who are there. I know there's a lot of people who have curiosity. They want to go shoot video for their social media channels or whatever. This is not the time to do that. Let these people put their lives back together. Let the emergency crews help these folks with whatever they need help with. And let our folks get out there and make sure that we have the roads cleared up and safe for everybody involved.
And of course, crews will be out all throughout the morning working to clear this up. These are just a couple of the road closures that we are watching. We have them listed right now on 10tv.com/traffic, along with those detours. Back to you, Tracy.
All right, thank you so much. Jessica Van Meter here with us now, and the radar looks quite different than it did last night.
Quite different, thank goodness. Yes. Things looking much better as we start the morning than they did yesterday evening. So we are all clear for any kind of severe weather. As Amy mentioned, we're not going to really get to daylight until after 7 o'clock. 7:41 is our official sunrise time with the time change. So we'll have a much better idea of where things stand after that. But big thing to note this morning is that we are all clear. No more severe weather for today. Well, you did see those storms packing quite a punch as they moved through yesterday evening into the early overnight hours. Several tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, plenty of damage left behind by those storms. They've been weakening quite a bit as they've moved off through areas of West Virginia just in the last couple of hours, really winding down even any thunder and lightning activity with those coming to an end as well. So we are looking drier overall. We're still going to see some lingering showers, especially as we go through the morning hours. Some drizzle, sprinkles, and showers certainly going to still be possible out there this morning. We are going to keep cloud cover around for much of the day. We've technically already had our high temperatures for the day in the 60s. Those temperatures have been dropping behind those storms. We're going to continue to fall back, kind of hovering in the low to mid 50s as we go through the day. We'll pick up more of a northerly breeze, especially as we get into the afternoon. We're going to look ahead towards that weekend forecast. Coming up, Tracy.
All right, our crew is still working to get you the latest news on the extent of the tornado damage in multiple Central Ohio communities. Stay with us.